Hello guys. One hot live stream in the actual sense that it's very hot. It's so freaking hot in Denmark. It's only 25 degrees, but it feels like 1,000 almost. So no coffee today. You might not see a difference, but it's very hot. So I'm drinking some other stuff. Just a little more cool today. 27. Yeah. My watch says, I haven't actually measured it, but it says 25. So I don't know. Anyway, welcome everybody. So, actually exciting news. I managed to make the range work in multiplayer. It's not released yet, but it's working on the version I have here, so that's cool. Then I was starting on the city map, and because making these old maps kind of work in the new way with the multiplayer is kind of tedious and boring, really, because it's something that was already working, and now I have to redo a lot of stuff to make it work in multiplayer too. So it's kind of boring. So I need a little break from making maps. So I switched over to look into updating the master audio system that I'm using, which is basically the system I'm using to play sounds. And there's a new update for that, and it hasn't been updated for 2 years or something like that, but now there was a big new update, and one of the changes was some real-time parameter thing. Don't matter the technical stuff, but what it means is that I can now, or it looked like I could, so I tried it out, and it turns out I actually can so far. I can make the sounds be kind of more deep when they are further away, just like in real life. If you hear an explosion that is far away, then, because as far as I understand it, and I'm no physics guy, the deep, if you have an explosion, all the deep sounds, the deep frequencies, they travel further than the high frequencies. So that's why when you hear an explosion far away, you typically hear the further you are from it, the deeper the sound. You only hear the deep sound. No coffee today, red rum. Nope, it's Coke today, because it's so freaking hot, so I can't. But anyway, so I've managed to, with this new system in Master Audio, I've managed to make that same effect in the game. So when you hear an explosion far away, it sounds like boom, but I will show you now, because I was actually tweaking it a little. I showed it to first of all, some of the people in the private group have tried it out, and I showed my youngest kid yesterday, and he said it was a little too deep too fast, meaning that the distance before things become deeper should be further or larger. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me show you what I mean. So maybe let's stop the music here, and then let's see here, and then let's take this map, because that's what I usually tested it. The thing is that the town map and the most of the building maps are almost too small, because you can't get too far away. Exactly. I need to tweak it when I go. But you can see. Okay, now I have mods installed. Let me turn up the in-game sound a bit, so you can hopefully hear it. Okay, so you hear the sound. Okay, so if we do, let's just take one of these, and then pay attention to the sound. Normally, or maybe I should explain that in the current version, the sound is kind of occluded by obstacles. So if you go behind something, and there is in a direct line, there is some collider between, let's say, the the cake was over here, and then I'm standing here. Then in the current version, it will do a raycast and figure out there is something in between me and the player and the sound, and then it will play a lower frequency version of it. Just want to stop by and say hi because I need to sleep. No problem. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a nice sleep. Happy Saturday to you, Amnesty. So anyway, so in the current system, it does this thing, and that works in some scenarios. It's actually pretty cool. If you walk into a house, then all the sounds outside is kind of more like boom, deeper, which sounds pretty cool. What is not so good is that it also happens if you stand behind a pole like this. So if you just like do like this and are behind the cake, it will also sound like it's much further away. And it's not easy to get around that, and because how much should I be obstructed before I do that, and blah blah blah. And it's not a logic I made. It's something that is in master audio, but audio. But now they changed it. They still have that feature, but they also have a feature now where it can be based on distance instead of obstacles. So now it's the distance, and I can show you in a moment, but I'll decide the graph of how much of this low pass filter should be added. So let's try one of these here, and let's maybe have some more, so because else it will stop when we get further away. So let's try and do this. But I don't know, I just increased it to 700 meters before it's really deep. And this map is maybe too little for that, but let's see. Okay. That's all good. Sounds normal, right? So now we go further away. It's a little less. Of course, it gets lower as we get further away. I don't know if it's too much now. If it's too far away. But the thing is and that's the tweaking part. The tweaking part is finding the balance where it's not too obvious, because let's just try it so you can see what I mean. So I have some code here, and this is where I create this low pass filter thingy. Anyway, so this is the max distance. So this is at this point, that is where the low pass will be the most. It will cut off all frequencies above 450. Anyway, I'll just change it to 300 now. So now you can really hear the effect. But it's also too much, because then it becomes unrealistic. And the problem is also that some of the sounds that modders and creators have used and I have used are already recorded like they are far away. So they are kind of deep already. And in that case, it sounds sometimes a little weird, but we can't win them all. So I have to find some kind of fit that fits most. Yes, there's time delay too, and I can show you that in a moment too. Yes, and the distance, Redrum, and the delay and the distance is actually calculated from real world physics. So it measures the distance from the sound to the player, or to the camera actually, and then it calculates based on how fast sound travel in real world, and then delay the sound by that. So it should be actually realistic. But you will see now. So let's take these again. Let's just take these again here. So now it's after 300 meters, they should be as low as they get. So we just stand here and then everything should be fine. So that sounds kind of okay. Go down here. Now you can hear it more. But it's a little too deep compared to how close we are, right? Go up here. See? But it was just to show the effect, because this is too much. This is not, you know, realistic. And we can also do another test here with some propanes, so you can see. So I have had it at 450 meters. That was kind of the sweet spot. But then yesterday my son said, it's a little too close. But I have joined some servers the last couple of days with this version, because this is a client side change also only, so I could join the current servers and try it out where other people were firing off fireworks. And I must say, it's a subtle little change, but it actually makes a big difference, you know, when you see this big explosion far away and you can hear this boom. Okay, but now pay attention, Red Room, to the flash of these propanes, and then the sound, and then also the deepness of the sound, because now it's exaggerated now, so it's kind of too much, but that we will try and find a good spot in a moment. But let's hear. Here. Little too much, right? Too deep. And just to prove that I'm not just cheating and change the sound, let's load it again and then stand down here next to the explosions, because then you can hear that it's actually sounds, it sounds like a thunderstorm exactly. But that's fair enough if it's far away, but now you can hear it's normal. So it's way too deep. But now I just did it so you can see it. I think the sweet spot might be around 500 or something like that. 150 maybe. Let's just try this out. Yeah, I know it wasn't finished, but in this case it doesn't matter. I usually just fire off the propanes, and then while there's fire, I just load it again, and then it starts. The fire ignites the other propanes. So that usually works fine. Quick way to get more explosions. Where did my mouse go? Hello. What? Okay. Let's restart Unity because the mouse was gone. Perfect. Anyway. But I think 450, maybe 500. Let's do 500 then. 500. And what this actually means is that yeah, okay, it's easier to show on a graph, but as how I understand this low pass filter is that a low pass filter lets all the low frequency pass through it and then cuts off all the sounds above the frequency that I specify. So in the beginning, when you're close, everything above 24,000 is let through, meaning everything. And then the further you get away, the bar for what frequencies got cut off, the sounds get lower and lower until it gets to this 450, which is the lowest. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it works. Now we need to start this. Come on. But anyway, so it was I just changed it so you can hear how this thing, what effect it have. And then when you get the version, hopefully soon, you can try it out. And it's, I don't think it's something that you will notice right away, but it is kind of a subtle thing. But it actually makes a big difference. And what you should pay attention to, Amnesty, is that I think because you have complained about, let's just start up here. You've complained about some of your sounds sounding muffled, even though you were right in front of them. And I think actually that because some particles have colliders on them, so that they can collide with buildings and stuff, and bounce off and stuff like that. I think what happened was that sometimes a particle was behind another particle with a collider, and that collider, even though you can't see it or anything, it was enough to make that the built-in occlusion in master audio cut off the sound and make it deeper, you know. So try, Amnesty, some of the cakes that you have issues with. Try them again and see if they still do that, and also see if you also still have the problem where it's not playing all the sounds. Because I updated the master audio and it was a big update apparently, so maybe they fixed some of that too. So most of my explosion sounds are set somewhere between 700 and 800, yeah, onto the sounds down to 0, yeah. And I also I googled a little to try and find a realistic low pass filter curve, like, you know, how would a real world low pass filter curve, but I couldn't find it. So if any of you find a curve that you can send me with some numbers on how a low pass filter curve acts in real life, I would like that, because then I could at least use that for, you know, the starting point. But it's a game, so I have to change it a little to, you don't want things to be too realistic necessarily. Sometimes you want it to be more what fits to what you expect, kind of. I just import an image and I put it on plane. Show up in game. Didn't show up in game. I can't sadly help you right now, Hunter. Need a little more detail. Anyway, let's go again. There are channels for help with modding Hunter, Hunter Roblox in my Discord, as Keltusar says. Maybe try and ask in there. Okay, let's try again. We take the same cake, so we have the same reference point. And then I'm gonna stop the music. And then we're gonna put it again. That sounds all good, right? This map is almost too small for this. Okay, now it becomes too low. Maybe that's okay. Let's try and load up the campaign things there. Yeah. By the way, when the sound, can you hear me now? Is it okay? Yeah, the fade thing, the stuff I'm looking at now, Red Room, has nothing to do with the fade of the sound. How much the sound can be heard, how far away, that's something that the modder or I, or whatever, whoever added the sound to the game. When you do that, you decide what is the minimum distance, you know, from where should the sound start to actually be lowered, and then you specify what is the furthest away this can be heard, and then there's a curve going like that, so it becomes lower and lower the further away you go. So what I'm talking about here is not actually the volume of the sound, it's the frequency, or the frequencies of the sound you hear. So like if you play PUBG, you know, if you hear a gunshot far away, it's like very deep, like boom. Where if you get up close to it, it's much more sharp in the sound. Anyway, let's try these ones because they have a better sound for it maybe. That's better. I think this is better. Yeah, I think this is good too. Exactly. Let's just go again. It's okay. I can't keep tweaking it all day, so. Yeah, exactly. Battlefield maybe, or I have. So let's just try and blow up one of these up close. Just for the fun of it. But I think this is kind of an okay, because now the effect is not that huge. And that's the whole point, because if it becomes too much, it becomes too obvious, and it feels weird. So let's just hear this normal sound. This is how it sounds up close. Yeah, maybe I could. Or I can try another. Let's see here. We could also do, because I'm still in that version, we could also do a. So can let's just say somewhere. I have another big map. This one is loading a bit faster. So this is a pretty huge map, as I remember. Yeah. So let's just but it needs to be something that can be heard farther away. These are not the. Oh, maybe do we have some mortar? Ah, we have mortar. Yeah, okay, we have some shells here. So what if we take a 6 shell, and then we find. Yeah, Lucas, it's not so much. It's not the. It's the. You can hear the sounds become deeper now. Not the sound volume, but the sound depth. It's like boom. It's best. I'm not wearing headphones, but with headphones it sounds better. So it's not like the delay of the sound that's already there has been there all the time. And it's not the volume either, it's the depth of the sound. Is this too much? And here comes the problem. There would be kind of it would be nice to both have the distance and the, you know, field of what is called line of sight thingy. And I don't know if I could have that. I don't think so, actually. Yes, exactly. The frequency. So basically, what happens is that it only pass through lower and lower frequency depending on how far, the further you are away. So that's why it becomes deeper and deeper. So let's just, what if we take one of these big ones here? But I think that's fine for now. Let's see. Do we have a 10? No. Yes. Here we have. I gotta have one curve for the low pass filtering, and I can actually show it here to you. So, master audio here. So, like for instance, so here you can see the low pass filtering. So at 0, it kind of allows all the frequencies, and then at 500 meters, it's to the lowest point. So you can see it goes like this right now. But you know, we can also make it like this. That would be weird. but it's the same for all the sounds. The loudness, I mean the volume, that's handled by another thing. The volume is handled by the distance also, but that's another. It's another way of handling that. This is not. This is the same graph for everything, where the volume distance is different sound per sound, because you know, one sound is a tiny little firecracker, which shouldn't be heard 300 meters away, where other sounds are big explosions that you would expect to hear far away. So yeah, so it depends, but you can hear here it goes on in the distance. So that's a funny thing, Summerfair. I don't think actually so far I haven't felt any performance issues with this. Even loading, I have joined some servers and tried some servers. Of course, here in Unity, everything is always more laggy than in a real build. But I had a build of the game that I joined servers with, and performance-wise, I don't feel anything. Because before there was this, as I said, there was this other building collision effect that was based on colliders, where now it's based on distance, and that collider thing has now been disabled. So it doesn't spend time on that one, now only spends time on the other one. So I think it's gives the same. But anyway, I think this is fine. I think we keep it on this 500, and then we see what happens. Let's move on. We can't say that. So oh, and I actually, oh, did I fix? Just a sec. fixed another thing also. Okay, that's cool. I just need to check something because I just forgot that before I started the stream, I also fixed another thing where it came with an error. Yeah, in some cases, I just need to start a little map here and then see if I get it. Come on. Colliders uses ray, so it's more performance eating than distance calculation. Yeah, I think so, because the distance is pretty simple. It's 2 vectors, you know. So it's pretty fast to calculate the distance. I don't know how often it does it, but you could hear before when I normally you wouldn't. I teleported, you know, around because I'm testing, but in a normal game you wouldn't move that fast around. So, but you could hear that it was still updating as I was teleporting around. So, yeah. You already have, okay, so see, this one comes when it tries to add create. Okay, let me just check. It's because I'm creating, when I'm loading up, I'm creating these parameter real-time things that is actually the ones that is used for this calculation of this depth thing. But why the sound is ambient, or it's UI, or get real-time parameter by name? That is the name. So it tries to get it. And just complains about me trying to add one. It's complaining here about you already have a parameter command name blah blah blah. No need to add it again. By the way, this is a really bad way of finding something. Should have a dictionary. I also wrote that to the creator of the master audio, but this is pretty slow, or can be. So if it's this, or it's this, or master audio get real-time parameter by name. If it's different from null, then we just return and we don't do this. So why did we get this error here? Delayed crackling. Let's just try something. Let's see. Let's do like what's this thing? So let's just do like this, and then let's say when. So we want to hit this breakpoint when the game sound definition name is equals to the one we just got here, which I just copied here. So we only want to hit this breakpoint if it's this particular sound, because that one is the one it's complaining about. What's that? Okay. Time to eat. Yeah, bye, Red Rum. So, but I'm looking forward to hear what you guys think about it when you try it. And most likely, if you didn't know, you might not actually. Oh, damn it! I should have added the debugger before starting here. Stupid me. See, we got the error there again. Over here. Let's go out. And let's attach the debugger so we can see it. Ah, that's because it's already loaded. Let's try again. So we start up, go in here. We get to some more exciting stuff in a moment, I guess. The thing is, I think actually I'm gonna release this version with the range, and then I'm gonna work on the city map and then release that once it's done. So you guys can test out both the range and this new sound thing while I work on the city map and some other things. Because Keltosar found a bug in the single player too. Managed to mess it up. I need to figure out what's going on there. Okay, anyway, so let's see. So we have the sound group here, and it's try and find it. See, does it exist? Nope, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. So we create it. But let's see. Okay, so we get it again. Did they crack? Oh, so maybe it's in 2 of Amnesty's mods. Okay, and here it doesn't have it. So what is going on with that? Real-time parameters. Ah. But this is looking in the wrong one, isn't it? See, this one where it determines if it exists here looks in the parameter commands, whereas this one I'm using here looks in the real-time parameters. That's why it's not working. Okay, is that a bug? What if we say get commands? Okay, I think that's a bug. Okay, I think that's a bug in the Okay, let me just create something here so I can create a bug at the master audio thing. Bug in master audio. Just wait, I just don't want to do that now, but I will do that in a moment or afterwards here. So I will just I'll just write to the master audio team afterwards and let them know that there is this potential. I think it's a bug, to be honest. Okay, so let's roll that back. I can't fix that right now, so we just leave it there. Okay, so let me prepare this version here because I think it's actually good enough. Because then I can push out a new version and then end the stream and everybody's happy. So let me just open up here. Whoops. Okay, I have to undo all these keys. Perfect. This one. Okay, here we go. So we need to upgrade the version to this one. Boom, boom, and this one. Yep. So, what have changed? Let's see. Just a second. What has changed? Let's see. Upgraded master audio 2, 4. Doesn't really matter, but I'll just put it in here so I know myself. So, and here comes the change the audio occlusion logic. Before sounds were occluded by colliders, meaning if it was behind a house, explosion. Something like that, so we have it like this. Yes, the sound would be muffled. Isn't that a word, Amnesty? Muffled. Boom. This was okay, but had some. It's too much to put in here, but I'm just gonna do it. Low pass filtering. Sounds are now muffled based on distance, which is actually more realistic. Like in real life. Boom. Okay. I think that's it. So that's basically the changelog. So now we have that, and we can use that for posting it. And we have it in here, and then we can upgrade it to that plus changelog. Okay, cool. So let's try and do a build here, and let's see. Yeah, let's try and do this. I was just thinking, maybe I need the. Okay, I can just switch to that. It was just like I need for my developer, monthly devlog developer news thing. I need a clip of the same thing going on in the old version and in the new version, so I can show the difference, so we can hear the difference in this thing. Because it's so sudden that you kind of have to do that comparison, I think, to actually notice it. Because it's so nicely done. No, but as you saw, if the effect is too much, you see it feels weird. It like the sound sounds like it's way far away, but you can see it right there, and that's weird. Too bad I can't get Huggy Wuggy to work. Huggy Wuggy, what is that? Oh, is that kind of a fur? It's kind of one of these creepy characters that you're making. Oh yeah, fur is not preferred in a game. Performance. Hello, just a game. Yeah, Halloween. So now I'm building the. Or maybe I should just build the. Let's see. So I'm building the client now, so I can push it up to Steam, so you guys can try it out. Meanwhile, you will have to look at my face here while I do a little post ready and prepare to upload it. So just look here. We have don't we have this cozy thingy going on here? Oh yes, we have the cozy coffee thing. Let's take that as a little screensaver while I do this post. Make this post ready. Because there's nothing interesting to see here. Yes, it's a long shot of a coffee thingy, but that's how it is. So in a while you can try this out. Push it up here. So this is how it looks while I prepare build to upload, push via Steam. Anybody else here from Europe that have a hot day? Yeah, maybe it's a little too fast. So yeah, this guy he likes his coffee, right? Yeah, you go back to me here. It's too much coffee. It was 2 cups already. Yeah, too much. Okay guys, so if you restart, if you are on experimental or multiplayer beta, you or multiplayer public or whatever it's called, you can now close your Steam and open it again, and you should have this new version where you can play the range map. And I'm building Gonarco for you too, the dedicated server thing. But again, as always, I haven't tested it at all. I'm just building it, putting it up, and then you can try it out. Dedicated servers will have to wait a little bit before it gets any love, or a lot at least. Right now it's on its own, more or less. Let's see here. So let's see here, dedicated server, and it's actually built, so that's good. And I can close here because then we could try and join a game. If one of you can host a game, I can join it in a moment. So we can try out the sound thing in a real scenario while I do a release here for Gonarco. Yeah, private. The version is on the private, the public, and the experimental branch. I just pushed the same 9.1 version to that, so it's on all of them. No problem. See, that's why I don't do, or maybe I actually do a lot of updates, but there's a little too many manual steps I need to do that are for my liking. You know, as a developer, you need to cut out all the stuff that you have to do as a human, because it's boring and you can mess up stuff. So I try to do as much automated as I can. As you saw before, I have these new build tools in the game, so I just click some buttons, say I want the build for PC, I want the dedicated server for Windows and for Linux, and then just press a button, and then it have a lot of stuff it does that I have scripted, so I don't have to remember to do all these things and create folders and point to the right folders and zip it and blah 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 blah. So all that happens automatically. And my next iteration of that, I would like it to also, after it's done with that, then if I click another checkbox, I would like it to take that build and then push it to Steam by itself. That would be really nice. But I haven't got to that yet. But it should be possible, because I have the Steam SDK thing, so I should be able to do it. Anyway, so Gonarco, he gets this one for dedicated if he wants. Okay, let's start up here and let's see if I get a... Oh, there's an update for Fireworks Mania. Whoa. But I don't get that little thing. Maybe I'm too fast. Where is... oh, it's here. So I don't get that... you see this little patch note here? Do you guys get that from time to time? Because I'm connecting the post I just did on the game. Actually, let me show you. So here. Oh, by the way, he's live up here. Oh, that's new, right? Whoa. It seems like this is the new thing to do. That's what the cool kids are doing, having a pre-recorded live stream here of the developer playing the game. So I have that too, because I also want to be a cool kid. Anyway, if we go to update history here, we can see here that this is the one I just posted, and this one is actually connected to that version I just put out. So my game should hopefully have this patch note too. So if you click there, you get this up. Do any of you guys see that when you get this update? Because maybe I'm okay. Cool. It's just public, right, Kalsa? Or so let's see. Let's just take 5-10 minutes, because then I need to go for some dinner thing. Oh, it's public. Okay, then I just find it. And people, feel free to join. All the six of you in here. Let's see. Boom. But I have to fix, the next thing I have to fix is some minor box thing, and I have to write that bug to master audio. If it's a bug, I at least need to ask them, and then I will go back to work on the range, so we can get that out too. Because after that, then I should be able to soon look into some new stuff, which would be awesome. So let's just keep the music so far. So, okay, I can hear. So this sounds pretty cool because I can see it right here. It sounds okay. But if I run here, now it starts to muffle up. It's like, okay. Here, it would be nice if it was even more muffled when I'm behind the house, but we can't get both apparently. Let's try and stop the music. Oh, he's all over the place. But to me, this is kind of the, New Year's vibe, right? Where the sound is like, you can hear it's far away. It's not only lower, it's also deeper. Let's say okay. That's far away. Almost can't even hear that. There you can see the delay. But I think this is a pretty high sound and high frequency sound, and maybe that's why it travels a little. It's not that deep, of course. Okay. he's really spawning. It's pretty okay. I think it works okay. It's okay. Okay, I think that's it for this live stream. I can hear. Yeah, you can hear me here. Yeah, it's in the live stream. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the live stream for today. 1 hour. Not that much progress, but anyway, well, it was actually progress because I pushed this version, so that's pretty cool. And the range is also included in this one. You can check it out. It should work as it used to, just with multiplayer now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then I will work on the city, and then I can hopefully soon start looking into some more new and more exciting stuff. But let's see. There's also a lot of minor things. I need some more setting things I need to add, and this is now I'm just mentioning the minor things on the top of my head here. One thing I want to do is have some tooltip on the settings, so when you hover over a setting you get a little more explanation, and then to actually be on par with the actual currently released version, I also need to localize the game. So, but I might want to push that a little because, yeah, might be some changes too. But yeah, there's a lot of this new stuff is not set up to localization, so I need to do that, put that into this localization sheet, and then ask people to translate it. But yeah. But it's kind of a minor thing. It's something I can do, you know, in between other stuff when I kind of run into an issue and need to do something else. So it's not getting too boring. But yeah. Yes, great with the weather. 1 hour is a lot. Exactly. You can also see here, you know, I'm kind of starting to shine. It's really hot. So that's it for today. I'm out. But thank you for stopping by, and thank you, Kelsoft, for hosting Zerto so we could test it. And let me hear in the Discord what you guys think of this version. I'm just gonna post it in there too, that I just pushed it so people know. But yeah, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.